So now we study about the emulsions. What are emulsions? Emulsions are thermodynamically unstable system consisting of at least two immersible liquid, one of which is dispersed as globules into the other liquid phase, stabilized by the presence of emulsifying agent. It means emulsion is a biphasic liquid preparation in which one liquid is dispersed into globules into the others. For example, if we are talking about the oil in water emulsion, where oil is in a small quantity and water is in large quantity, here oil is dispersed as globules into the water. So here oil is the internal phase and water is external phase. Here there are two pictures, A and B. A, there is a complete separation, it means two immersible liquid not emulsified. B, an emulsion of a phase B dispersed in a phase A, means the phase B liquid is dispersed into the phase A. The picture C is the unstable emulsion progressively separates. It means the emulsion is stable for some times and then it separates quickly. D is here you can see that a purple color ring, which is a surfactant ring. Surfactant is an agent which emulsified the liquid for longer time, and the emulsion will not get separated easily. Here the types of emulsion. There are four types of emulsion mainly: oil in water, where oil is a dispersed phase and water is a continuous phase. Water in oil, similarly, oil in water in oil, water in oil in water. Here this is the four types of emulsion. Now we are discussing about the pharmaceutical emulsions can be divided according to the droplet size, means they can be micro emulsions or nano emulsions. Now there are some tests for the determination of oil in water or water in oil. So we are here we determine that the emulsion which are manufactured by a company or by us in the lab, it's oil in water or water in oil. So there are mainly four tests, which is dye-solubility test, which example है methylene blue, or we have scarlet red dye. Second is dilution of emulsion. Third is conductivity measurement. If a emulsion is oil in water, then there was a setup where a bulb is connected and the bulb grows in oil in water but not in water in oil, because water is an conductive, because water is conductive, that's why the bulb glows. The fourth test, which is a cobalt chloride test, and last test is a fluorescein test. Second, we are discussing about the composition of emulsion. Here in oil in water type of emulsion, oil is dispersed medium. You can see the globules of oil limit here written that oil phase dispersed medium, because oil is in less quantity, and the white portion is the aqueous phase, which is a continuous medium, or we can say external medium. Aqueous chemical reactions affect the interface and hence chemical emulsion stability. And you can see the purple ring, this purple ring. Here also, here is the interfacial layer where emulsifying agent is added, essential to stabilize the emulsion, because to stabilize the emulsion an emulsifying agent is generally added. And in labs we easily get acacia as an emulsifying agent. Now we are discussing about the application of emulsion. First is oral emulsion, oil in water liquid. Second is external emulsion, liniment, lotion, liquid, creams, semi-solid. Creams are semi-solid, lotions are liquid preparations. Then we are discussing about the parenteral emulsions. There are two types: oil in water and water in oil. Water in oil for intramuscular and oil in water for parenteral nutrition. Then the characteristics of an emulsion includes physical stability. It should be physically stable, no phase separation. That means the emulsion should be physically stable. The flow properties of the emulsion should enable the formulation to be easily removed from the container. Means when we remove the emulsion from the container, it should be easily removed. Furthermore, if the formulation is designed for external application to the skin, for example, for the formulation must be easily spread over the affected. If we applied the emulsion on the skin, it should be spread. It does not stick at one place. It should be spread over the affected area. The formulation must be aesthetically and texturally pleasing. Means the preparation should be good in appearance. It should be good in appearance. If the emulsion is designed for oral administration, a stable for flavoring, the flavors should be added to the emulsions for oral administration. Whereas if emulsion are to be externally applied, they must have the correct feel. Now, advantages of emulsion. Why we use emulsion? The pharmaceutical emulsions may be used to deliver drugs with low aqueous solubility. For instance, in oil and water emulsion, the therapeutic agents is dissolved in the internal oil phase. Following oral administration, the oil droplets containing the drugs may be then absorbed using the normal absorption mechanism of oils. Emulsion may be used to mask the unpleasant taste of therapeutic agents. Emulsions are widely used for masking the unpleasant taste of therapeutic agents by dissolving it into internal phase of oil and water emulsion. The external phase may be then formulated to contain the appropriate sweetening and flavoring agents. Emulsions are employed for total parenteral nutrition. Disadvantages of emulsion. Pharmaceutical emulsions are thermodynamically unstable. This is the biggest disadvantage. They are thermodynamically unstable and therefore must be correctly formulated to avoid the separation. For the separation of the to avoid the separation of the two phases, it should be formulated. The formulation should be correct. Means how much quantity of acacia or the emulsifying agent is added it is very necessary. Pharmaceutical emulsions are sometimes difficult to manufacture. It's also a biggest disadvantage of emulsion. Emulsifier versus emulsion. Means emulsifying agent versus emulsion. An emulsion is a mixture of oil and water. An emulsifier is a specific molecule able to bind the two ends so they stick together. Example, acetylene is an emulsifier which binds the emulsion of water and oil. The pharmaceutical acceptable emulsifier must also be stable, be compatible with other ingredients, be non-toxic, possessive little odor, taste or color, non-interfere with the stability of the efficacy of the active agents. Here the theory of emulsification: change from A to B with significant increase of the surface area of the phase. Two things we have to learn about the emulsification: that it will increase the surface area, second it reduces the surface tension between the two liquids. Classification of emulsifying agents: surface acting agents, hydrophilic colloids and fine divided solid. Here are about the surface active agents. Surface active agents. For the surface acting agents, surfactants, we have two things: hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Hydrophilic water loving and hydrophobic water hating. That's why a surfactant molecule have two different ends. Now we have the PDF of emulsion. So here is written that about the emulsion definition. Emulsion is a biphasic liquid preparation containing two emulsible liquid, one of which is dispersed as minute globules into the other with the help of an emulsifying agent. The liquid that is broken up into globules is called the dispersed phase, and the liquid in which the globules are dispersed is known as continuous phase. Then the type of emulsion. There are two types of emulsion: oil in water, water in oil. Oil in water, oil dispersed phase, and water is continuous phase. And in water in oil, water is dispersed phase and the oil is continuous phase. Here the tests which I earlier told you: dilution test, disolubility test, electrical conductivity test, and last is fluorescence test. Here one test more, which is cobalt chloride test. Then examples of oil in water is milk is an example of oil in water, and butter is an example of water in oil. Here the definition of emulsifying agent. You can take screenshot, it is very important for exams. They are classified as natural emulsions from vegetable source, natural emulsifying agent from animal source, semi-synthetic polysaccharide, synthetic emulsifying agent, inorganic emulsifying agent, and alcohols. Here the manufacturing or the preparation of emulsion in a small scale method. First is dry gum method. In dry gum method, a mortar pestle should be dry. Then measure quantity of oil in a clean measuring cylinder and transfer it in dry mortar. We have to take the measure quantity of oil in the mortar and then calculated amount of gum acacia, means an emulsifying agent is added to the mortar. The gum, one part is triturated with 4 parts of the oil in a dry mortar thoroughly to form a uniform mixture. Then we have to add 2 parts of water and then triturate. At the end of the when the emulsion is formed, then there is a clicking sound is produced and the product become white. Here are the primary emulsion formula. For fixed oil, we have to take 4 parts oil, 2 parts water, and 1 part gum. For mineral oil, example liquid paraffin, we have to take 3 parts of oil, 2 parts of water, and 1 parts of gum. For volatile oil, 2 parts of oil, 2 parts of water, 1 parts of gum, and then wet gum method, and last is bottle method. For large scale method, the stable emulsion are prepared by using homogenizers and colloidal mill. Then we are discussing about the stability of emulsion. For the stability of emulsion, the formulated emulsion should retain its original character like size of the emulsion and the uniform distribution throughout the continuous phase. The following are some of the symptoms of instability of the emulsion. First is creaming. Reason for creaming क्या होता है कि the size of globules is very large. Second is the viscosity of continuous phase. Third is difference between the density of dispersed phase and the continuous phase. Last is the temperature. For preventing the creaming, we have reduced the size of globules, increase the viscosity if continuous phase by reducing the difference between the densities of dispersed phase and the continuous phase, by storing emulsion in cool place because at higher temperature it is thermosensitive. Sedimentation means the downward movement of the dispersed phase toward the bottom and forms a separate layer. Reason why there is a sedimentation: the size of the globules. The size of the globules is the main reason for creaming and the sedimentation. How can we prevent? By reducing the size of the globules. Simple. Then last is cracking. Cracking defined as a separation of dispersed phase and the continuous phase as 2 separate layers. Factors affecting the cracking. Chemical factors include acids, electrolytes, alcohol. Physical factors: addition of opposite type of emulsifying agents. B. Addition of common solvents. Addition of excessive dispersed phase by increasing the temperature. Microbial factors. Phase inversion is also affecting the cracking of emulsion. Change of phase, that is oil in water type type of emulsion changes into water in oil, means there is a separation, there is a change in the type of emulsion from oil in water to water in oil. Reason for size separation: addition of electrolyte by changing the phase volume ratio by temperature changing. To minimize phase inversion by using the proper emulsifying agent in sufficient concentration by keeping the concentration of dispersed phase between 30 to 60% by storing the emulsion in a cool place. Here are some questions which are generally asked in exams. Define emulsion. Simply you can define emulsion. Here is the definition. Then classify them. You can easily classify different methods of preparation of emulsions. On large scale method and small scale method, we are totally told you. Test for to identify the type of emulsion. There are 5 tests: dilution test, dissolubility test, electrical conductivity test, cobalt chloride, and fluorescein test. HLV scale in application. Write a short on stability of emulsion. For the stability of emulsion, here all the things right. From here, best of luck for your exams.